奪ってはね伏せる記憶のみふらついてクラップで目が覚めるどうしようもない道がドロップアウト
Oh man, I came in at the worst time. They just finished playing this map. Okay, well, anyways, that's really unfortunate. It appears that was a breakpoint for BATBALL to start out, so quite of an unfortunate first pick. I have to get a little up to speed. Pretty cool that Rhythm Game first picked the hype map, though. Mad respect for that. And oh, we got a hidden free pick coming in from BATBALL. That's definitely a map to second pick. Um, Definitely a good one for him, though. I mean, given that he won Hidden 4, at least I'm pretty sure, pretty decisively, it's probably a good one. Especially the fact that this has a lot of aim control, pretty heavy on the overlaps, too. Not really something that a non-hidden player can cheese through, at least not really consistently. So for anyone who's not entirely aware, really the big one to look out for is the sort of, I guess, like wiggle back and forth. Usually that ends up throwing off some people, but also just kind of the wider spacing, like bursts and triplets tend to be a little bit crazy. Oh, wait, switch the gameplay. Can't see anything. There we go. Okay. Okay, so already a quick first break from Maxi. Not a huge deal quite yet. Oh, there goes Rhythm Game, already having a bit of trouble on these cuts. Maxi making a pretty decent recovery so far, but things are going to get a lot trickier here. Wiggles and back and forth coming in. Rhythm Game having a bit of an act deficit as well, fighting just a fair amount of misses, especially on these patterns. Oh, here we go. And now the map's going to get a little bit goofy, so to speak. So just overall, Maxi hitting more of the map. Not really anyone holding a super consistent combo, but Rhythm Game just really struggling to get any sort of advantage here. And the accuracy deficit is getting worse and worse as he finds more chain misses. Maxi actually getting through that. Okay, never mind. He messed up on the double tap. That's a little unlucky. And I think this might already be a done and deal point for Maxi, because the second half of this map is somehow even more impossible than the first half. So I don't really know if anything's going to change for Rhythm Game here. He's going to have to not do whatever he just did there. Oh. Oh, God. Unlucky. Yeah, I think there's just no hope at this point. So I guess now the question is, will Maxi pop off in the last parts? I think he probably will. Oh, never mind. He broke right before the hard part. And yeah, you'll see the aim control gets a little bit unhinged here, so to speak. Really just gotta watch out for these overlaps. Maxi actually getting a fair amount of breaks, but I don't think there's enough map left for Rhythm Game, even if he hits everything. And yeah, like I said, it's just gonna get so much harder from this point on. And yeah, that's pretty solid second pick from Maxi. So 3-0. Both players hit the ending. That's awesome. Love to see it. So now Rhythm Game has to be really careful with what he picks next. The Hard Rock 1 should have been a pretty consistent point for him. He's kind of known as the Hard Rock aim guy. So not exactly super conventional stuff left after this. We'll see what he can manage to kind of get a slight edge on first. Oh, and he's gonna go with No Mod 3, so sort of the funny snap alt map. Fair amount of aim to look out for here. A couple of 1/6s. Shouldn't be an issue for either of them. They're both pretty competent at sort of I guess, finger control speed type stuff. But the alt aspect is going to make things a little bit hard to consistently hit. Alright, I think we're good to go here. So Rhythm Game really needs to get a point on the board if he wants to stay in this match. Being down 4 points, especially when the map pool starts wearing thin, is not what you want. So pretty good early advantage from Maxi. Both players still holding on to the SC though, but map is gonna get a little bit trickier. Oh, both players finding a set of misses during that first space section. So not exactly an advantage for either player quite yet, although Maxi does have less misses, which is going to matter in the long run. Okay, no one messing up on that 1-6 section. We did see a fair amount of misses from, I think, wins yesterday on that. And we're going to see a lot more of those as the map continues. Oh, and Rhythm Game getting a bit of an awkward break. BATBALL not returning it. This is going to be the first major key eye of the map, so spacing is going to get a little bit wider here, but yeah, I don't know. Maxi's just looking solid. More misses from Rhythm Game, finally getting a miss on the 1-6, but now it's a pretty consistent 40k score lead. Gonna take a lot of breaks from Maxi in order for this to go back, and it's actually gonna be Rhythm Game breaking instead. So not what you want to see. So about halfway through the map, score lead hasn't necessarily changed, but it is very slowly going into favor towards Maxi, so gonna need a bit of a miracle here. Oh, there we go. That's the break from Maxi. That could be the miracle the Rhythm Game needs, but he needs to hit a pretty solid chunk of this next section. The map's going to be pretty hard from this point on. It's second key eye and the spacing getting even wider. But he's going to absolutely power through. Maxi getting another break. But the key eye isn't over just yet. Rhythm Game needs to hold on until the next slow section. Okay, and here comes a bit of an easier section. Just a couple 1-6s to look out for, but nothing too crazy in terms of spacing, and that's going to make the score lead go over to Rhythm Game now. Accuracy is also starting to even out just a little bit. Still pretty handily in favor of Maxi. That is what is keeping the score line so close. And Maxi not doing half bad either. I mean, aside from those early breaks, he's actually doing quite fine. Okay, but now we get into the final section, which is really going to be the decider for this point. The 1-6 not messing up either player. The build up into that last section. Spacing at its absolute widest now, and they're really just pushing for it. The next break might determine it. And yeah, that's Maxi breaking Rhythm Game, holding on strong, and I think that's going to give the point over to him for sure. Is he going to hit the entire ending? No way. I think he might. There's not really too much left in this ending here. And the slowdown not messing up either. Alright. Rhythm Game almost missing that slider, but holy shit. That is a hell of a recovery from him. Proving exactly why he got into the winner's bracket in the first place. Doesn't really seem like it from the first few maps, but he's getting into it now. So regardless, he needs a break point. That's the issue, is that he needs to get a break point on BATBALL in order to even out the scoreline and continue winning his own picks, which is kind of already a hard ask on its own. So we'll see what he can go for next. Maybe he's not feeling super comfortable on Hard Rock and probably might want to stick with No Mod instead. By the way, very impressive score from both players. I mean, Maxi's accuracy pretty solid. Just a couple of unlucky slider breaks in the middle of some combos. Not out of the question to start seeing some double time from both these players. I'd imagine that Rhythm Game probably wants to avoid more speed-heavy stuff, given that is sort of what Maxi is known for, aside from his reading ability. But I could definitely see him going for maybe some high AR aim, because Maxi is noticeably weaker on aim in particular compared to other skill sets that might be more obvious. I think a lot of this is going to come down to sort of the awkward, I guess, toss-up picks. What? Maxi, you are not the ref. Relax. Okay, there. Okay, there's the hidden one pick. I don't think you have the power to change it by yourself, bro. It'd be kind of funny if they actually did change. Would be a little bit of an odd situation there. But yeah, we have hidden one coming in. The last hidden map left in the pool, which is pretty important to note, because that means that Rhythm Game isn't forced to play hidden, which is without a doubt his weakest mod. And it's not even I don't think he'd disagree either. So this map in particular, AR9, with some of these very awkward aim patterns and some rhythm changes to worry about. But we'll see if Rhythm Game can keep up with the rhythm changes. Maxi definitely going to be more comfortable in terms of the reading aspect, but this isn't really as obvious of a reading pick as it is more of like an aim pick. And also, I should note that this map has very distinct easy sections and hard sections to look out for. So, unironically, you kind of are expected to hit every easy section, and then the harder sections is kind of a matter of either you get insanely lucky and hit everything, or whoever just misses the least. Unfortunately for Rhythm Game, he is just not having it with the accuracy for this intro. Understandable, it is a little bit uncomfortable with the BPM and the AR. But that is going to give a pretty solid advantage for Maxi to start out, as the map slowly picks up just a little bit. Oh, that's a really unfortunate break from Rhythm Game, and I don't think Maxi's going to return that. Oh, never mind. He just does, but still, that combo definitely could have helped him later on. So score lead about 40k, 30k actually is probably a better estimate. Hey, and now the map is really going to start picking up in spacing. Rhythm Game getting the first break. Was not ready for that increasing difficulty, but Maxi just kind of plowing through it right now. No issues just yet. Oh, okay, that's a break from Maxi. I was gonna say, he was looking really solid so far. Rhythm Game making a pretty solid recovery in this Ki, but still quite a ways to go before he can start getting a score lead. More misses from Maxi is gonna make that easier. Spacing doesn't slow down here. Rhythm isn't too hard, but the spacing can definitely throw people off, as it is throwing off Maxi. Oh, but Rhythm Game getting a really unfortunate break on kind of nothing, so there goes his opportunity for getting a score lead. Now it's a full reset from both players, pretty consistent 70k, or I guess 60k at this point, but... Yeah, max combo kind of being the name of the game here. And only about a quarter of the map left. There actually just might not be enough map for Rhythm Game to do anything here unless if Maxi just kind of implodes. Okay, both players missing the funny stream. Unlucky. I don't think that would have really changed the outcome in any way. Could be wrong on that, but regardless, score lead is identical. Actually, slowly coming more in favor of Maxi. Couple more breaks from Rhythm Game, and as the map comes to a close, it looks like Maxi just comes out on top with a 300k score, which is honestly pretty good on this map. Very hard to get any sort of combo, let alone maintain good accuracy, so props to him. Alright, so solid 4th point for BATBALL on the board. No breakpoint just yet for Rhythm Game, but luckily for him, doesn't have to play hidden anymore. Actually going to be pretty much safe from that from now on. Still haven't seen any DT picks from either player just yet, but we probably will start getting into that pretty soon. There is also one reading pick, not hidden, but still reading, left in the pool, no mod 5. So probably going to be seeing that next from Maxi, but after that, if Rhythm Game starts getting some points on the board, I think we're going to start seeing some stuff. We have a no mod 2 pick coming in from Rhythm Game. This is the XI Nakagawa Kanon map. One of them, at least. So this map, a little bit on the higher BPM side, 212 as opposed to your usually typical 190, 200 BPM at this star rating usually. So might be a little bit of a higher BPM stamina check, somewhat higher BPM at least. I don't think either player is necessarily going to struggle too much on the tapping aspect, like speed, but the flow is going to be pretty tricky. I do believe Rhythm Game definitely plays more wider spacing flow stuff like this. Okay, well, as I say that, it's not really proving it, but yeah. Aside from that one break, pretty equal so far. Maxi holding onto the SS. That will probably change as the map continues, though. These patterns are going to get a little bit trickier to hit, especially with some of the kick sliders. Couple of act drops from Rhythm Game, not really going to matter too much quite yet. We can already see some extra finger control being thrown in there. And as it goes for Nakagawa Kana maps, the actual flow itself is going to be very awkward. Already seeing an extra break from Rhythm Game. Maxi not returning it quite yet. And that now both players see the score. Rhythm Game definitely not happy with that one. We'll see if anything changes as we move into the next part of the map. Still plenty of map left to go, and the score lead honestly isn't really that far in favor of Maxi just yet. It will start to balloon more, but any random break he gets here is going to give the opportunity for Rhythm Game. And already seeing the flow getting a little bit more intense, or rather the stamina. Neither player messing up quite yet. No one messing up on the 1/3. Now we go into the second key eye of the map. Spacing getting a little wider. Maxi getting some chain miss, but so does Rhythm Game. So now it's a combo reset from both players. That could have been the chance for Rhythm Game to get the score back, but he's actually going to get a fair amount of misses. He's going to need Maxi to start breaking pretty soon. I don't know. I mean, neither player really is shaping up to have that happen just yet. No stamina losses. And every little bit's going to count here. Rhythm Game getting another break. Maxi just holding on strong, though, not letting this go. Now, neither of these players seeming worn out just yet. Maxi only getting a stray break now, but not chain misses like Rhythm Games, so not gonna mess up his score too much yet. Okay, no one messing up on the slow slider. And now the spacing is going to get really wide. Maxi getting a break. Rhythm Game holding on strong. He's going to need to see more of these breaks from Maxi if he wants to get this comeback going. Buzz Slider's not messing up either of them. Things getting quite intense from both these players. Another miss from BATBALL. And Rhythm Game still holding on to the combo. He could get this to happen, but still have a quarter of the map left, and he can't miss here. If he misses here, it's basically over. Oh, and he gets a random slider break. Maxi does too. Still, score lead is close. It's not entirely out of the question, but it's going to be way harder now. He needs to see some chain misses from Maxi. Things are going to kind of slow down a bit here, so free combo for both of them, but I do believe we do have one more section to go for. Rhythm Game needs a miracle to happen. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I mean, this score lead is just not budging. Both these players have the same combo, and also Maxi does have a solid percent accolade, which is really gonna matter when things are this close. There's the break from Maxi, but it's not a chain miss, which is what Rhythm Game needs. And I just don't think there's enough map left, and yeah, that's it. And Maxi does get another breakpoint against Rhythm Game, which is not what you want to see. Definitely a little bit close for comfort there, but not the outcome Rhythm Game expected. Just overall better early performance from BATBALL on that one. So 5-1 scoreline. Things are not looking too good for Rhythm Game, but again, not exactly entirely over. I mean, there is only one more reading map left in the pool, which is No Mod 5. We're probably just going to see that right away. If he doesn't pick it, then either he just really hates that No Mod 5, or he feels a little confident on the other picks. I'm not entirely sure. He could just be saving it later, but regardless, Rhythm Game needs to figure out something. I don't know what he can do. I mean, even the aim picks aren't necessarily free. Hard Rock 1 was definitely the biggest upset, but still haven't seen stuff like Nomad 1 or DT1 quite yet. Hell, even DT4 could sort of fit under that umbrella too. And there's a Nomad 5 pick coming in for Maxi. Pretty straightforward. I mean, this was kind of the only really obvious remaining pick left for him. At least the one that would be the most obvious against Rhythm Game. So, for anyone who's not entirely aware of what this map is, I wouldn't blame you. I haven't really heard of it before this tournament. It's a CS 7.7, AR 7.7 map. So, not only is it precision, it's also reading, which is a very awkward combo you don't see very often. And also, just in general, a fair amount of awkward rhythms. It's not really like a straightforward aim map. I mean, as if the map sets doesn't already kind of indicate that, but in particular, the patterning is not exactly the easiest. So, I don't think we'll see a breakpoint on this one, but it would be quite surprising to say the least. Okay, Maxi not with the strongest start, probably just having to get used to what the rhythm of the map is. Oh, Rhythm Game gets owned by the long slider. Maxi not getting thrown off by it, but both players missing at the same time. Maxi over-aiming, actually. Rhythm Game holding up a pretty good fight so far, still slight lead in favor of Maxi, and another break from Rhythm Game. As it usually goes for these types of precision maps, you can't really ever be super confident on maintaining a combo. It's so awkward, including these lower AR sections as well. Or the fact it is low AR makes these sections a lot harder to hit. Kind of surprised to not see Maxi going hidden here, but I guess he is more of an easy guy than a hidden guy, if that makes sense. And more breaks from Rhythm Game. The lead is slipping away. Maxi only just now getting a break, but that accuracy is going to make a huge dent. Especially as Rhythm Game gets another break, and I think it might... Oh, okay, some chain misses from both players. This section of the map is basically impossible to hit, unless if you're just a god. So both players getting breaks, and I think it's kind of already over. 100k in favor of Maxi with not very much left in the map to go. So it looked a little close in the beginning, but Maxi just holding on strong for the middle section. So very solid point from BATBALL. Unluckily for him, this is probably the last super free pick for him, at least in terms of skill sets that Rhythm Game isn't particularly strong on. But it is match point, so all Maxi needs to do is win at least one of his points, or better yet, finish it off with a break point. But Rhythm Game is backs against the wall. He's not eliminated from the tournament with this, but if he gets to Grand Finals again, he has to go through a bracket reset, which is definitely not something you want to think about if you want to win this tournament. So a lot's on the line here. He needs to find some opening. Unfortunately, Nomad 2 or Hard Rock 1 weren't it. And he's going to go with DT4. So kind of what I expected. A little bit more on the aim-heavy side. A little bit kind of tricky to read. Also, just kind of in general, the BPM doesn't really match with how the map is actually played. It's a little bit slow given how fast everything else is. Also got to watch out for the sliders on this one. Can really mess up your sense of rhythm. And the space triplets, we've seen some very unfortunate breaks from a lot of players on this. But regardless, Maxi might struggle a bit more on this one than we've seen on the other maps, but again, we've seen pop-off performances, so not entirely free for either player. So yeah, the slow sections of this map really are just kind of free combo. I kind of doubt anyone will break. If anyone does, I think it might just be over. But yeah, the key eyes in particular are what you really want to look at. The fast sections are incredibly fast in terms of just the fact that it's still 220 BPM, or 222 rather. Okay, very awkward early break from Maxi. I'm not really sure what caused that. I think he might have slightly over-aimed one of the sliders, but here we go into the first key eye. Things are going to get a lot more spaced. Space Triplet messing up Maxi. Rhythm Game holding on strong, though. I think this might actually just be a high AR reading difference here. Oh yeah, Maxi is just not looking comfortable with reading this, and Rhythm Game actually hitting this first section pretty consistently. We'll see if he can get to the next slow section. Okay, and he does. Maxi really just struggling on this one. So first Ki done for a rhythm game. If he can get through the slow section and hit at least a good chunk of the second Ki, I think it might already just be over, even if Maxi FCs everything else. Which is probably not going to happen given what we saw in the first Ki. This Ki is arguably harder. You can see with the flow of the kick sliders is not easy, and there's the random slider break from rhythm game. Maxi getting an unlucky miss, but not really wouldn't have mattered anyways. And now I think this might already be over. I mean, isn't really too much left in the map here. Only one more Ki section, and the score lead is basically more than double, and it's probably going to stay that way for probably the rest of the map. Unless if either of them just decide to game out of their mind, but fortunately Maxi missing on the fast slider. And here comes the final Ki of the map. Things are going to get really fast with the sliders. Rhythm and getting a break, but score lead isn't really going to budge. Another break from BATBALL. That basically seals the map at this point. I mean, it was kind of already over to begin with, but this is like doomed. It's not, the score lead is not changing. We'll see what score Rhythm Game can end up finishing with. I mean, he is hitting a good chunk of the rest of this Ki. Oh, 550k? Oh, wow. Okay. Not even 550k, 560k. Let's see what this banner does. Probably won't change too much. Oh, okay, nice. That is a very impressive score from Rhythm Game there, and a 1 miss. Although we did get a fair amount of slider. I think it's like 3 slider breaks too? One or the other, I'm not entirely sure. But regardless, very impressive score from Rhythm Game. Once again, proving that he did get to the winner's bracket for a damn good reason. And I think he might have found his way into winning this, or at least getting a chance at winning this. He still has to deal with Maxi's picks, but again, no super obvious picks left for Maxi. He has to venture into sort of uncharted territory. No more low AR reading, no more hidden, and I mean, speed might be an option, but I mean, it's not really obvious speed that he could necessarily consistently outscore Rhythm Game on. He did win No Mod 2, but not by the widest of margins. He did do pretty well on the aim, though, Hidden 1 and Hard Rock 1, so maybe we'll see something a little more aimy. Not entirely sure. I guess, yeah, No Mod 4 is probably the most toss-up out of the rest of these maps. So, No Mod 4 is the tech map. Pretty, I guess, a streamy tech, if that's the way you want to describe it. Sliders are also a pretty big emphasis on this one, but there are a fair amount of flow sections to look out for here, and again, not out of the question for Rhythm Game to drop the ball at least a little bit here. So this is going to be a crucial point for BATBALL. Not really super obvious picks left, and this is kind of the only, like, very vague pick, as in no one really knows if this is, like, super confident for either player. But Rhythm Game, again, no stranger to this type of stuff either, and this isn't really techie enough or gimmicky enough to completely throw him off. We'll see what he can pull off. We've seen some pretty good scores on this so far. Okay, already break from both players. The Buzz Slayers catching off Maxi a lot more than I thought they would. I guess he just wasn't used to kind of the holding aspect. Like, you have to hold it down, like, pretty quickly. Another random miss from Maxi, and Rhythm Game holding on strong, not letting go just yet. The sliders are starting to get a little bit more intense here. Not gonna affect either player just yet. Spacing getting a little wider, gotta watch out for that. Oh, both players hitting the 1/3 section. Looking like both players getting a pretty comfortable footing in the map here. Maxi making a good recovery. Still, Rhythm Game in the lead, about half the map remaining. He has to stay on his toes though. Until Maxi gets a break, it's not over yet. Spacing getting a little wider here. Looked a little iffy from Rhythm Game, but he's doing fine. Maxi still getting it. He knows what's on the line here, and that's the flow miss from Rhythm Game. Maxi has the chance, but he misses on the DJ Mag pattern, and now it's tied up. Accuracy, massive drop from Rhythm Game, so that is going to make it very hard for him to maintain the score lead. He needs some more chain misses from Maxi. Oh wait, more misses from Rhythm Game. Now Maxi has the combo lead. He could bring it back at the last second here. It's so tied up. But this last Ki, we have seen some combos on this one. Rhythm Game needs to be very, very careful here. And same thing for Maxi. He can't let him have anything. Oh, there's the break from Maxi. The last Ki of the map coming in. But it's not over just yet. There is that one final stream. Anything can happen here. Rhythm Game getting the lead. He needs to not miss, and he doesn't. And he brings it back at the very end. He's still in this match. And the last second comeback, right when it matters the most, but it goes the other way. It's not the match being over, it's the match continuing. And now Rhythm Game gets his chance to pick. Has sort of an idea of where to go from here after that DT4 win, which was pretty convincing, I'd say. So now DT1, that was the one I was thinking of as well. 10.3, pretty aimey, also generic and somewhat bursty. Not necessarily too speedy, but bursty enough to where you can't really cheese it. I doubt speed is going to be an issue for either player. It's more going to be the 10.3 and aim aspects, but yeah, that's probably the most obvious pick for Rhythm Game to go with here. So Maxi, again, not entirely out of the question for Maxi to win any of the maps remaining, but Rhythm Game is holding on to some good momentum. And he really, really needs to stay on his A game to push it to the tiebreaker. Just a small chance to get that leeway in the grand finals if he can make it there. Especially against someone like Max, you can't really ever be too sure if a point's going to be a free win or not. I mean, also, even more especially in this match, I mean, those pop-off scores on Hard Rock 1 No Mod 2 cannot be ignored. Already starting out with some breaks from Maxi, but this is a long map, so it shouldn't matter too much quite yet. Yep, there's the break from Rhythm Game. It's time to get your farm on, boys, and we'll see who has more farming potential in this one. Fun fact, this is, I think, 600 for a good DT-Ac FC, so get on it later, boys. Y'all can't stay in 4-digit forever, I think. Okay, so we start getting into the build-up in the first Ki. Okay, break from Maxi. Rhythm Game holding on strong, but the Ki is gonna be... he needs to hold on for a good amount of time. Another break from Maxi. Rhythm Game holding on strong as we get into the next part of the map. Maxi finding a fair amount of breaks, and Rhythm Game, he can definitely get things going. Normally I'd say the act difference matters here, but I think on a map like this, the combo is actually kind of more important. No one messing up on that aim section. Second Ki coming in. Maxi just having a lot of trouble hitting the ends of these bursts, and every little bit is gonna hurt more and more. Rhythm Game finally getting a break though. So 150k score lead is gonna slowly move over towards Maxi. He does have the Ac and combo advantage. Solo section coming up here. Maybe we'll mess up. Oh, there goes Maxi. Not the person you want to see getting a break in slow section of the map. I think Rhythm Game has this in the bag now. It would take quite the implosion for Rhythm Game to mess this one up. And both players actually. Okay, I was gonna say both players hit the ending, but that's fine. That's fine. It's whatever. It's whatever. Anyways, really good accuracy from Maxi. Definitely did a lot better on the actual speed part, but unfortunately the combo was just not there with the aim. And Rhythm Game with a really solid 800 combo, 2 miss as well, only 1 slider break. So that's gonna be a very confident thing for him to go into, and I think, considering how this map went, we might. I don't want to say anything just yet, but if Rhythm Game feels up to the task, he might go DT2. Maxi, not too many options left. I mean, again, no hidden, only 1 hard rock. He probably doesn't want to pick that. Only 1 no mod as well. It's really a toss up between, in my opinion, DT3 and no mod 1. I don't think Maxi is going to go with Hard Rock 3 or DT2. If I had to say something that Maxi is probably feeling more confident in, it's probably DT3. I mean, he's been doing a lot better on the tapping specific maps, and DT3 definitely a little bit more focused on sort of the aim control along with the tapping. At least in my opinion, I could be wrong, but also the AR is not high on that map. But he's gonna go whoa! Okay, he's going DT2. Alright, not what I would have immediately thought for Maxi to go for, but it's still a DT and it is pretty tapping heavy. Also not 10.3, although it is AR10, so definitely more within the comfort range of Rhythm Game. Either way, I'm a little surprised to see this one in particular. I kind of thought he would go with the, like, more tapping control rather than sort of just speed. Goodbye, Rhythm Game. Word. Wait, did they both leave? Oh, okay. Now they're both. I don't know what happened there. Match over, guys. Sorry. Anyways. Both loading replays. Oh, you're so right for that. Either way, Maxi, he needs to close this out now. Every other map is just not looking good for him. Luckily, he still has the tiebreaker to fall back on, but he really needs to get the point now if he wants to make this any easier. Because Rhythm Game on some hella momentum right now. Speed not looking too good. Accuracy deficit on Rhythm Game already. We're probably going to see that for the rest of the map. So really the goal here for Maxi, just don't miss. Really get that combo going, because Rhythm Game can hella combo. FYI, this is also a farm map, in a way. Go play that later, boys. So, looks like Rhythm Game regaining his footing on the accuracy part here. Maxi not finding any breaks yet. Oh, man, this is gonna be so neck and neck. I honestly think it might just come down to whoever happens to get an unlucky break, which is totally common on a map like this if you're just not paying attention. There are a couple doubles thrown in there to mess you up. Oh, Maxi looked a little bit shaky there, but holding on strong. That act loss is gonna make it a lot closer though. Rhythm Game within reach. So both players still holding on strong. This might just be an act battle, honestly. Solo section gonna have a little bit more aim into it, a bit of control as well. We'll see if anyone messes up just yet. Streams are getting a little bit longer. Don't think that's gonna mess up either player just yet, but still, anything can happen here. Oh, Maxi! Maxi ran out of stamina! He finger locked just a little bit, and that's gonna break! Rhythm Game still on the FC. He can make this happen, and now both players know what's on the line here. Rhythm Game still can't let up just yet, though. Just a little bit more into the ending. Don't mess this up, Rhythm Game. This is your last chance to stay in. At least stay in this match. Is he gonna get the FC to close it out? That's gonna be a hell of a confidence winner. Messing up a bit at the ending, hitting too early, but he gets the FC regardless. And that is gonna be a solid score from Rhythm Game. I mean, both these players doing insanely well. Accuracy is better on Maxi, but unfortunately getting that unlucky finger lock on the longer stream there. And now this is a lot worse for Maxi than it was before. Still, it's not entirely free for Rhythm Game. I mean, there's still only 3 maps left in the pool, and he probably didn't pick them for a very good reason, but there it is, the No Mod 1 pick coming in from Rhythm Game. A bit of an interesting one, to be honest with you. I kind of thought he would go Hard Rock 3, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if he really wants to go against what Maxi likes, it's got to be aim. No mod aim in particular. Not entirely slow. It's 210 BPM, but it still pretty much jumps with no speed in it. But again, we also saw Maxi pop up in Hard Rock 1. Way more than Rhythm Game did, honestly. So, I don't know. We'll see. And also for anyone who's not aware yet, TB is more of like an alt aim map. I mean, I can't really describe it other than kind of a typical Marami Pop map. You can consider it alt, and it really is in a way, but it's definitely more aim focused than it is like super like snap, like awkward rhythms type of thing. And I believe it does have some streams in it, not particularly long, but enough to mess up players if they're not ready for it. Regardless, No Mod 1 coming in for Rhythm Game. This is really going to be tough for both these players. I mean, there is one particular section to look out for here. The funny section. I don't know if I need to explain that too much. Okay, thank God both these players skipped the intro. Alright, here we go on to part 2 of Red Like Roses. The aim is pretty consistent except for like a couple distinct sections in this map, so every minute break is going to matter here, because unless if one of these players absolutely just pops the hell off and hits one of the key eyes, I just don't think it's going to happen. Luckily the BPM really shouldn't be an issue for either of these players. It's really more down to the angles. Never doubt the Maxi aim. He has been able to do it before, but this is definitely not a consistent skill set for him. And already proving that he isn't necessarily a pushover quite yet. Spacing getting a little wide here, we'll see. If anyone breaks. Nope, not quite yet. Here we go. A bit of an easier key eye-ish section. Still easy to mess up if you're not fully paying attention. Oh, okay, a couple wide angles coming in. Neither player messing up just yet.
I couldn't take it, couldn't stand another minute. Couldn't bear another day without you in it. All of the joy that I had known for all my life was stripped away from me the minute that you died. To have you in my life was all I ever wanted, but now without you I'm my soul forever haunted. Can't help but feel that I had taken you for granted. No way in hell that I could never comprehend this. I wasn't dreaming when they told me you were gone. I was wide awake and feeling nothing had to be wrong. How could you leave me when you swore that you would stay?
So you can sort of see here the angles getting more awkward, spacing kind of staying the same more or less, but you just can't let up on this map. You gotta snap to everything, unless if you're just really wanting to risk it. Spacing getting wide here. Rhythm Game! Oh no, that's not a miss you want to see. Uh-oh. Maxi still holding on to the full combo. Actually, the SS as well. Maxi's time to shine here. He needs to hold on for just a little longer. Spacing is going to get a little wide here, though. Back and forth coming in as well. Spacing getting wide here. Both players hitting it. Maxi's still on that SS. Rhythm Game, only that one miss. But now here comes the big part, the big one that everyone's looking forward to. Oh no, Rhythm Game That's not the part you're supposed to break on. Maxi, was this the missed pick of all time from Rhythm Game? But here comes the section. Oh, Maxi getting a break. Rhythm Game still holding on strong, but the back and forth, both players missing. Maxi getting so many chain misses. What is happening right now? Rhythm Game missing at the very end of it. Still, that max combo was going to be so hard for Rhythm Game to beat. Maxi not looking as confident anymore. That section really messing up his sense of rhythm on this. Oh, but that 90k difference is going to be so hard for Rhythm Game to beat. He needs to hit everything in this map and hope for the break from Maxi. Still about a third left. Maxi, you can't be getting these breaks. This is not the way you're supposed to do it. Spacing still not letting up quite yet. The angle's still pretty awkward. Rhythm Game needs to be on it absolutely right now. Can't sleep just yet. Spacing still wide. Maxi, what are you breaking on? Rhythm Game now, he's got to be in the zone here. He knows it's all down to this combo. Those early breaks are not what you want to see. Still a quarter left. Maxi just needs to maintain a combo. That's it. That's all he needs to do. He can't give Rhythm Game any more leeway here, but as the map continues, it's only going to get closer and closer. But the space, again, you just gotta watch out for these wider jump sections that just appear randomly in the map. Every little bit's gonna count here. Spacing is a little lower here, but things are gonna get harder as the song picks up towards the end. And also a couple of streams to look out for if you're not paying attention. Maxi breaking on the first note of the stream. Rhythm Game has the chance of a lifetime. He needs to hold for the rest of this map. Please, you must FC if you want to get the tiebreaker to happen. The spacing is the last wide jump section of the map here. Oh my god, Rhythm Game. He can do it. These last few sections, he can't get the shit miss. And the score lead goes over the Rhythm Game. Not very much left on the map here. Maxi, I don't know. He needs Rhythm Game to miss if he wants this comeback to have. He can't close it out. I think it's over. Rhythm Game has gotten the tiebreaker to happen even after that early blunder. And he FCs the rest of the map after the hard section. Ladies and gentlemen, we've seen the comeback. All the way from 6-1. 6-1 in BATBALL's favor. And Rhythm Game now has the chance of a lifetime. He did win the alt map. Nomad 3, and he also just won the Nomad 1. This is so within reach for both of these players. So both players need to leave the lobby, kind of get themselves composed, figure out what the map is supposed to be. I mean, this is not exactly what you want to have as the last map.
It's tiebreaker.
Yes, sir. Hello there, Blank Tap.
Oh, hello. I just ate breakfast. Sorry, I had to just join.
You gotta be here for this one, man. This is your time to shine, bro.
Mashallah, hell yeah, brother. What from what now? 5-1 to 6?
6-1. It was 6-1.
6-1 to 6. The dream is alive. What the hell?
The dream is in fact alive, and this map is honestly not super favored for either player. I mean, it's ulti, mostly aim, kind of. It's not really snap-all either. It's more flow. A couple of stream sections to look out for as well, although they're not particularly fast, but they are still stream sections. I mean, we've seen Maxi win the Nomad 2, Rhythm Game win the Nomad 1, and the Nomad 3, but Maxi also did get very close on the Nomad 1 as well. Every little bit's gonna matter here, and you can hear in the song, it's not gonna stay the same throughout.
Yeah, both of these players good at their own thing, and this map has everything for anyone. So, yeah, we're gonna look at some sick performance, and good luck to both of these players. We're about to start, Kali. Let's go! In 10 seconds!
Man. It's
It is
happening.
happening. Your truly finals tiebreaker between BATBALL and Rhythm Game. We're about to start. No modification whatsoever. Playing it safe, playing it true. And we're about to start in this tiebreaker.
Yeah, other thing to keep in mind as well that normally, if you go hidden on the tiebreaker, that does give you a slight advantage, and we have seen some, wins from that before, but nothing's gonna happen this time.
Yeah, both these players looking like they're more comfortable on no mode rather than hidden. Even if it's like quote unquote cosmetic mode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
we're just gonna start. Oh, yeah.
this is, I don't know, I mean, really, this is just one of those maps where you can't ever really be sure what score you're gonna get. I mean, there are just not that many
Yeah.
STs on this map. Like, genuinely, there really aren't that many.
Yeah, just gotta do whatever the best you can. And these players are here to do so. BATBALL definitely the moment that has shifted a long time ago, and he is in quite possibly the back seat right now. But you know, it Rhythm Game still needs to keep the pressure on, and he's doing just that. He hits that first big stream. Both of these players still with a beautiful accuracy, 99.7 against an SS. But these two players still have a long journey ahead of them. Alright, they have 5 pit stops and lots of bathroom breaks along the way. And there it is. Their accuracy is basically equal now. 100 from Rhythm Game. And it's still going on strong. The triplet section. Is anybody gonna fall for it? Both of these players just going the distance. Nobody falling for it. Everyone is setting it. But all going
Rhythm Game!
But Rhythm Game! They have it well! Alright, quarter of the map left slightly for Rhythm Game. After that exchange, Rhythm Game have the bigger combo right now, the bigger accuracy, and that's massive. Going on strong into the another ulti section of Flowy 1 at that, rather than 1 to 3. Well, this player just gonna keep on going distance. Nobody's gonna fall for it just yet again. 200 combo against 120 combo is basically equal, but the accuracy, look at that, slightly for BATBALL, and he's going on strong. This is pure equilibrium. Nobody is budging, nobody is giving each other any kind of advantage. They are doing their best for themselves. So these players, the lead is not budging at all, but Rhythm Game with
Rhythm
that
Game.
BATBALL.
BATBALL now has the chance to get the momentum going for him. This is kind of just the same thing for the next minute or so. He just needs to hold on throughout the spacing, but he misses on the kick slider.
But still, the lead is illegally 10k, 15k even. Rhythm Game, however, has a chance if he holds as long as BATBALL holds. BATBALL didn't hold, and Rhythm Game, this is his chance. BATBALL missing yet again. Rhythm Game gonna miss as well. Well, 11k lead for BATBALL, but BATBALL just missed. Rhythm Game slight combo lead. Half of the map is gone, and half of the map left. Time is running short for all these players. They need to build up as much score as they can to tower over the other. 10k lead for BATBALL. Back to the slow part, and there we go, going to the fast slider section. BATBALL facing on the flow. Rhythm Game, however, keeping his cool, keeping sniper, keeping his calm. 200 combo, but can he pull it back? 6k, 5k, 4k, slowly but surely nearing. But it's the resting section.
Oh, it's the break. Oh, they see it.
Oh my
the players
God,
know what's about to
they know what's
happen.
going
They
on.
know how close it is. There's no
Alright.
free advantage.
The pressure
Rhythm
is on, the
Game.
pressure is on.
Rhythm Game does have an easy section for just a little bit after this
really?
break, but
Alright,
he
alright.
just the map's changing style just a little bit for this section. He needs to be careful here.
Yeah.
The nerves have to be at an absolute high.
300 combo. Rhythm Game is trying to go the distance. BATBALL it's trying to go and do this number 2 part. Both these players still hitting it, however, and slowly but surely Rhythm Game gonna take it. For now, 1/3 of the map left. BATBALL, can he do anything against him? Rhythm Game, can he go even further? However, it is all up to the players right now. This is absolute chaos. These players are gonna do whatever they can to keep on going, to keep on increasing their scores. The line is getting higher to gain a ticket straight to Grand Finals. Who will we see? A last
We
quarter
have a
of the map.
1/3. There's a 1/3 section coming up.
Here
The
comes the
cuts are gonna get
1/3.
wide here.
Alright,
Oh, never mind the
everybody
alt section now. We saw him actually get more breaks on these. Oh, but Rhythm Game misses with the flow.
And BATBALL gonna keep on going. Maxi. And he's gonna miss as well. Rhythm Game gonna miss. This action is absolutely insane. 5k lead for BATBALL. And it is very much a lead, but it's very much there. Yeah, Rhythm Game gonna do whatever he can. Yes, let's come over.
It's all about the chain misses your Rhythm Game anymore. Oh man,
no.
Maxi, he just needs to hold for a little longer. He can't change.
Wait! Game! Rhythm Game is not hitting in the trivial part. It's got the last section, the last ulti section. Rhythm Game, can he hold? BATBALL, can he proceed? What will happen? Oh, fraction of the map left. Rhythm Game needs to hold this, needs to hold even further. Time is running out, time is running short, time is money, and everyone is broken. Rhythm Game!
Oh,
no. As well. 1k lead for him, but can he hold it? Can he hold it? It's a fraction of the map left. BATBALL! Rhythm Game! Oh, that's it! Come on!
Your life depends on it.
Rhythm Game is your champion! From 6-1
Oh my God!
to 6-7. Holy moly!
He did it! He did the reverse sweep! He got 6 points in a row, winning tiebreaker by the skin of his teeth. Just a couple of extra breaks for Maxi at the very end there. It looked like he was doomed after the early break, but Rhythm Game just, I don't know how to say it. He really just clutched at the very end. When everything seemed like it was over, he found that opening with the DT4. He nailed it on the DT1, and he just ran straight with it. He did not let that lead go, and he has secured himself with that grand finals placement, and now he has that bracket reset over BATBALL. BATBALL not over out of this tournament just yet. He still has to play against Wispy, but God, that is such a demotivating loss for him. I mean, you're up 6-1. 6-1, you know, that's just 7 points in a row, or 6 points in a row from Rhythm Game. The spinner didn't even matter. Both of them were spinning out of their mind. I don't even know if they knew how close it was at the last section there, but there it is, Rhythm Game coming out on top. Just when you think it's over. I mean, it seemed like it was over when it was 5 points in, but there it is. It's never over until it's over, folks. Never give up. And Rhythm Game has shown that today.
Yeah, like big props. Like congratulations to everyone that just played in this match. But Rhythm Game, big respect as well. He's gonna go right ahead, seeing on his throne in the grand finals. He will await the next challenger.
And so that's the last match for this weekend in particular. We will see you next weekend.
Bye bye.